Now wait, fellas. The emergency room is on the other side. The otro...
Thank God you're here. Yes, sir? Yes, he's just arrived. It's for you. He'll be right with you.
Sir? Yes, sir, I'm on the scene, sir. I realize that. But don't worry, I'll handle it. Can I speak to the doctor in charge, please?
I'm Dr. Stern.
Mackenzie.
Oh. It's crucial you tell us everything you know about this disease, Mr. Mackenzie. We're quite at a loss as to...
Do you know who this man is? His name, his nationality?
We've guessed, Swedish or Norwegian.
Guessed? Then you haven't questioned him.
As to what? How he's feeling?
Try him, Stack.
Listen again, fella. Vad heter vän? Vi måste finna honom. Han har samma sjukdom som ni har. Vad heter vän? Vi måste finna honom. Han har sån sjukdom som ni har.
Doctor, shouldn't you be doing something in there?
Mr. Mackenzie, What can you tell me about the bacteria?
I thought you'd already diagnosed the case.
As a highly contagious pneumonic plague. If that's true, and I suspect it is, there is no known antidote. And if, as I also suspect, the American government was secretly housing this bacterial strain inside the International Health Organization itself, in direct contravention to UN Resolution 816.
Which strictly forbids the development of bacterial agents. We're trying to find a method of destroying this one.
I find it odd that you should pick a foreign country in which to experiment.
Listen, Doctor. If some half-mad terrorist group hadn't tried to blow up this building in the name of peace, we wouldn't be in this mess.
You are not in any mess, Mr. Mackenzie. Consider yourself lucky no one else was exposed. No one else is carrying that disease, walking the streets, infecting half of Europe. Then you'd have your mess, instead of this momentary patriotic embarrassment.
Try him again, Stack.
Vad heter er vän? Vi kan hjälpa honom. Vart tog han vägen?
Attention sur voie 9, train transcontinental express, départ 9h22, à destination de Bâle, Paris, Bruxelles, Amsterdam, Copenhague, Stockholm.
Hello, Herman. First class or second this morning?
Seems like a sort of second-class day today, Jean.
Good trip, Herman.
Stand clear. Pardon.
Vad heter er vän? Vi kan hjälpa honom. Vart tog han vägen?
Get staff headquarters in Munich and fill them in. We'll work out of your office here in Geneva. I want this man's personal effects brought up and analyzed. Then I want the top law enforcement officer in this city and Canton. And the district head of Interpol. But only them, understand?
Right.
We can't take a chance of starting a panic. That's right, Doctor. He had a friend.
First class, father?
Oh, I'm afraid the church doesn't allow us to go first class. Stockholm, please.
Well, first class is fairly empty this run. Here, father. No extra charge.
I'll be going first as well, Jean. Especially now I see there's no extra charge.
You know the rules, Herman.
How about a fine Zippo American light I have? Fully guaranteed?
Yeah. Sorry, Herman.
Come on, baby, get a drink. Go on, take a drink. Come on, Iago, it's a long trip. Get some water. Come on, get some water. How the hell? There.
I'll have the body taken to the autopsy lab.
No, Doctor. The crime was committed on the grounds of a U.S. diplomatic mission. Legally, American soil. The fate of that man's body falls under our jurisdiction.
Fate?
Burn him.
Train transcontinental express départ 9h22 à destination de Bâle, Paris, Bruxelles, Amsterdam, Copenhague, Stockholm.
Attention au départ. Fermez les portières s'il vous plaît.
Late.
Oh, not at all. You need a watch to adorn that lovely wrist.
To find when time and tides are flowing, to see why nothing in this world is standing still. Sometimes I'd like to know the way I'm going, but even so I guess I know I never will. The sun will rise, the sun will fall again, and it's so hard to see the coming of the day. Somewhere there's an end and I haven't made it yet, but then I know I'm still on my way. I'm still on my way. All I want to say is, boy, it's up to you. If there should ever be a second time around, the sun will rise, the sun will fall again. So it's hard to see the coming of the day. Somewhere there's an end and I haven't made it yet, but then I know I'm still on my way.
Don't tell me. Black olives and a large wild turkey on the rocks for number 11.
Yes, madam.
Thank you.
It's open. On the bed will be fine.
Me or the tray?
I'd heard you'd gotten a new job. Congratulations.
I find travel so broadening, don't you? You run into the most unexpected people.
I suppose I should be flattered by your effort to see me.
Oh, it wasn't so hard. The celebrated Dr. Chamberlain leaves Geneva to accept his Strasbourg prize. The same Dr. Chamberlain who wet his pants watching planes flying movies. You had to be on this train. You've gained a few pounds, Jonathan. Must be all that fat of the land you're living on.
You're not doing too badly yourself. I notice your latest book made the bestseller list. Just.
Each new divorce from you seems to give me, special inspiration.
Ah, that's why you're here. Renewed inspiration. Well, darling, I'd love to oblige. But I'm afraid I can't offer you a third divorce without going through a third marriage. And my business manager would never allow it.
I never asked for alimony.
You didn't have to. You kept all the rings.
It was your own fault for throwing yours at me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've already finished another book.
Oh, I'd love to read it when I've time.
Don't worry, you will.
Look, Jenny, say what you've come to say and leave me alone, will you?
I didn't come to say anything.
Then why did you come?
I don't really know. Just to take a look, perhaps.
Well, it is rather cold in here for me to drop my pants.
Don't be crude. It doesn't fit in your image.
Oh, it's not a new image, Jennifer. Just me. You're the one who's keeping up the image.
You used to like that image.
Just go, Jennifer, will you? Let us stop this parrying, thrust, and lunging. Just go.
Ciao.
Thank you for coming, Doctor. Won't you sit down, please? I know you're not exactly thrilled to be here, Doctor. And frankly, I'm not happy about it either. But there's no time for recriminations. I need your help. Now, let me brief you on the situation. There's a good chance that our man got on the Transcontinental Express, which left just a little while ago, heading back to Stockholm. Now, we've tried contacting the train. So far, with no success. But if he is on that train, then what I'll need from you is your best medical advice, so we'll know how to play it.
There would seem to be only one way to play it, General.
Colonel.
Stop the train, remove the patient, and isolate him immediately.
Well, that would seem to make a lot of sense, but suppose he's walking up and down the aisles, talking to other passengers, moving among them, eating with them. There's 1,000 people on that train, Doctor. Just how many isolation rooms do you have? Excuse me.
We've covered the airports. Nothing. Here are the local hospital reports. 0, Colonel.
Sure as hell looks like he's on the train, doesn't it? Where's your vector control?
It's on monitor, sir.
Assuming they're running on schedule, they should be just about...
There, sir.
halfway to Basel.
please.
Caterina, leave the gentleman alone.
Why don't you read one of your nice comic books? Okay, sweets.
Here are the reports you asked for, sir. Any news from the train? Still no reply, Colonel.
Are you sure, Colonel, there's no possible way of simply stopping the train and removing the patient?
Doctor. Read that. Give me traffic control at Basel. The truth is, Doctor, that now no civilized country in Europe will let us unload the train on their territory, including the Swiss. So much for neutrality.
I can't really blame them. After all, it's not their disease, is it?
What's holding up Basel?
It's open. Whew. A number. 7 letters beginning with H.
Humorous.
I'm being perfectly serious.
So am I. Humorous. H-U-M-E-R-U-S.
Oh. That's right. Humorous. Finished already?
Halfway through.
Bet you can't wait to see how it turns out.
It borders on being slanderous, you know.
Famous doctor sues ex-wife over unauthorized biography. Vicious court battle to come. That should drive up sales.
You won't need my help for that. It's a basic scientific principle that hot air rises.
How about the part where you saved me from drowning in Central Park Lake?
At least it's accurate.
I forgot to mention I only fell in 3 feet of water.
You were shorter then.
Did you really not like it, Jonathan? I tried not to let my prejudice come through.
It's an accurate portrait of a young, idealistic, hard-working doctor who, after years of poverty and dependence upon his wife's earning power, suddenly makes an important medical discovery. He becomes rich, lazy, callous, kicks his wife out without as much as a thank you, and then proceeds to become a weak, shallow monster. No, I wouldn't say that any of your prejudice sneaked through.
You did read it all the way through. It's not such a bad book, is it, Jonathan? And there is a lot of love in it as well.
It's a good book, Jenny. Only I wish that you hadn't thought that character was me.
You don't realize how glorious you used to be. Maybe you just plain forgot.
Maybe I did.
Dr. Hippocrates, is this the new bedside manner?
For once in your life, shut up.
It won't work, you know. I'm still going to publish it. Upset because I saw through your little game?
That's the trouble with you and I, Jenny. We have played so many games that neither of us know what's real anymore.
Jonathan, I was just trying to...
Don't. You might really mean it, and then I'd never know for sure.
Shit, I did it again. Like me, baby.
Have you finished that damn thing yet? Come on, we're gonna be late for lunch.
Go and see about Iago, would you, baby? It must be so drafty in that miserable baggage car.
I told you he's fine. At least he's eating.
Then after we'll have lunch.
Now, look, I don't see any reason to check on him every hour. For God's sake, he's only a dog. I mean, what's that make me?
Perhaps the conductor would be kind enough.
I'm not a piece of luggage that's checked through all the way, you know.
Don't be so dramatic, darling.
I'm hungry now and I want to eat.
Come here.
Now, damn it.
Come here. You're such a beautiful baby. I don't mean to make you angry.
You love it.
I love you, baby. You.
Oh, excuse me, Madam Dressler.
Don't be silly. Thank goodness you're not. Now, why don't you make yourself nice and comfortable?
What about Iago?
Never mind Iago.
You all right? I'm a doctor. You sure you're all right? Wild turkey on the rocks, please.
Herman Kaplan.
How do you do? Jonathan Chamberlain. Some McDonald's?
I could not help but notice you do not wear a watch. I have a particularly fine one in my possession, which is for sale.
On the contrary, Mr. Kaplan, I've got a very fine one.
I hope you will not take offense.
I hope you will not take my watch. Thank you.
Dr. Chamberlain, your table is ready now.
Okay. See you inside.
We strongly suspect our man is on that train, sir. In which case, we can take them past Basel, Nuremberg, and on into Poland. I know, sir. I know it's a Warsaw Pact country, but I think we can handle it. Besides, it's the nearest available choice. Now, then there's the additional problem of housing 1,000 people in quarantine. There is a way of putting it, sir. By keeping alive the sense of urgency without really leveling with them. Well, mind you, it's just a contingency plan. The railroad line hasn't been used for years, but the Polish government says it's been checked regularly. We can bring them into Janov on the other side of the Carpathians, through the Jablunkov Pass, over the Kosundrów-Przejezd Bridge, what they call the Cassandra Crossing.
Potato, sister? Or rice?
Rice, please.
For what you are about to see, may the Lord make us truly thankful. Don't you say grace?
Katerina.
You said enough for all of us, sweets.
But I must confess, Dr. Chamberlain, your name is so famous, and yet I'm ashamed. I really don't know why.
Well, I wouldn't want to bore you with all that.
Don't. God forbid we should both bore.
You were saying, Doctor?
Well, that I developed a process whereby defective brain cells can be rejuvenated in retarded children.
Oh, you see, darling. Thanks to the good doctor, there's hope for you yet.
Hey, conductor, when do we get to Basel?
I'm the radio operator, mademoiselle.
Okay, radio operator. So when do we get to Basel?
In half an hour.
I see. We do have time.
Yes.
Tell me. Mm-hmm.
All right, Madam Hugo Dressler. Damn it.
Hugo Dressler?
Wife of the German arms billionaire. You can raise a hell of a stink.
Interpol reports a heroin peddler on the train they've been tracking halfway across Europe.
I wish they tracked down that goddamn radio operator. Where the hell is that chopper I ordered?
Give me Central Air Control.
Oh, my God. Jonathan Chamberlain is aboard.
Is that good news?
It could be. He's a brilliant neurosurgeon.
Right. Chopper's airborne, sir.
Have him stand by.
Tell them to hang in there. We'll get right back to them.
Well, Major, Doctor, at least we've got every option wired.
Whirlwind 297 to control. Turning now and heading 210.
One whole entire half hour to Basel. Oh, boy. We might as well have started as the train was rolling into the station.
Just lay off, will you?
Better go wash up.
Hey, what the...
Iago will be so grateful, Doctor. Do you mind?
I wasn't quite finished.
Maybe this will be some compensation, Madam Dressler.
Thank you very much.
How good you are this car, you think?
Jonathan, I have to speak to you.
I knew it, Doctor. You've been hiding someone from us.
This is my ex-wife, Madam Dressler.
Hello.
And,
R.J. Navarro, how do you do, madam?
Jonathan, now.
You will have to wait, darling. After all, it's going to be quite a long trip.
You bet it is, but not to where you think.
Oh, another one of our hunches? My wife is a great believer in hunches. You see, once upon a time, she had a hunch that I was the right man for her. We've been divorced twice since, and still I can't get rid of her.
We are not headed for Basel, and the police are preventing anyone else from getting on this train. Understand?
Excuse me, Dr. Chamberlain, radio telephone. It's urgent.
Excuse me? Order some more champagne. I'll be right back.
I wonder what's going on. Oh, don't be alarmed, darling. It's a simple love spat. It's so crude.
That's got to be it. Whirlwind 297 to control. We've established visual contact.
You know, if this really turns out to be something, then you can really filth me.
Oh, you bet I will.
Hey, conductor, there's some pervert around here who's trying to... Gracious. I don't think I like first class so far.
Pardon. Pardon, pardon.
Le docteur Chamberlain vient d'arriver.
Dr. Chamberlain.
Yes?
This is Colonel Stephen Mackenzie, United States Army Intelligence, attached to the International Health Organization.
Well? Well, what can I do for you, Colonel?
Now listen carefully, Doctor. There's a plague carrier on that train. I repeat, a plague carrier. Pneumonic plague.
Dr. Chamberlain, this is Dr. Stradner. The patient would have contracted the disease at Geneva.
I'll handle it, Dr. Stradner. The man is in his late 20s, medium height, Swedish. He's sort of bloated, discolored, sweating. If he's not a corpse by now.
Oh, my God. Have you seen him? Yes. Colonel, your man is on board the train. He is alive. At least he was an hour ago.
Alive? Well, then find him. Find him, Doctor.
But it's impossible. His friend died more than...
Find him, Dr. Chamberlain. Find him.
Late 20s, a Swedish. Check the kitchen area.
Hey, you got a match?
I don't smoke.
Hello. Have we solved the mystery yet? At least she should have given you some applause.
Wait a minute. I think she likes me.
Max. Conductor, the pass key. Quick. Give me the pass key.
Mind.
I beg your pardon.
First some sweaty, puffing pervert, and now...
What sweaty pervert? Jennifer! The baggage car! It's the only possible place. Follow me. We need your help.
Vill du koppen en klocka?
Huh? You speak Swedish?
Vill du koppen en klocka?
Great. Come on, follow me.
Please, take care of the suitcase.
Look, I want you to find out where he's been and who he's contacted. Find out anything. Do you understand? Anything. Let's go.
You're sure it isn't measles, huh?
Just find out anything.
You'll be all right. Du kommer att bli bra. Vi måste veta någonting.
Mackenzie, we've got him. He's still conscious.
Fine, Doctor. Now hear this. We've got a helicopter hovering above the train. I want you to get the man off.
Stop the train.
No, Doctor. Keep it moving. You want 1,000 potentially infected passengers getting off and walking about whenever they feel like it? Put me through to the helicopter pilot.
On the move, sir? Can't you slow it down? We'll try, sir.
Have you found out anything?
Might as well be talking to the dog. What is it? Is it catching?
If you haven't caught it by now, you never will. Look, quickly. Come on, quickly. Quick, hurry. better hurry.
Get the rope! Tie his feet!
Here, hold him.
There's a tunnel coming up in about 12 miles, sir. After that, no chance. They'll be in the mountains.
God damn it! Jennifer! Come and hold me!
So we can both fall out. You hold me.
Okay. Now! Good girl. Okay? Conductor, get the dog!
Jesus Christ, look out, the trees! Reel in!
Okay, get him up! I'm trying to.
My God, the tunnel! Hurry, for God's sake!
Okay, lift him up!
Reel in, reel in!
He's in a coma.
Mackenzie, he's gone into coma. I need some answers. Mortality rate, anti-serum.
Dr. Stratton.
There is no anti-serum, Doctor. The bacteria seems to spread by aerogenic droplet transmission. I estimate it has an infection rate of some 60%. The first symptoms are those of a common cold. Sinus irritation, a sore throat.
That's it? That's all you know?
That's all, Doctor. I don't have to tell you what we're up against.
What you're up against? I may be the only doctor for 1,000 potential plague victims if I haven't already cut it myself.
That's exactly why it's important to contain the disease now. And why you'll all be heading for an isolation facility in Poland, where you'll get the very best...
And in the meantime, what do you intend I fight it with, Colonel? Aspirin? Now, I want medical supplies. Doctors, nurses, drugs.
All right, Doctor, you'll get them. The entire train will be completely sealed at Nuremberg. You'll get your medical team there.
And after you've sealed the train, Colonel, what then? Drop us in the ocean and hope it doesn't leak?
For God's sake, Doctor, let's not panic. I'm sure you can handle it.
Don't patronize me, Mackenzie.
I'm not, Chamberlain. I'm not. I'm going to give the passengers a sort of a cover story. Something designed, hopefully, to avoid panic.
Well, you give them whatever cover story you like, but make sure I get the medical team and the medical supplies I need.
Chamberlain sounds a bit panicky. Could be trouble.
He's all we've got.
If it's the disease that worries you, you couldn't have made a finer choice.
What's your name, Doctor?
Max, Doctor.
Max, as far as I know, that man's only contacts remain in the first class. I want you to station yourself at the end of the dining car and make sure that nobody goes through either way. Perhaps we can prevent the disease from spreading into second class.
I'll do that.
Here, sweets.
Thank you. Say, if your name is Haley, why do you have a J on your handkerchief?
Why, for baby Jesus, sweets. Now, I thought surely you know that. She's such a sweet girl.
Yeah. Sir. What'll we do with the dog, sir?
Bring it back. Bring it back.
All right, Major.
Thank you.
Bring it in.
You can wash for a week. It will not make the slightest bit of difference.
What would you prescribe, Doctor?
Stop breathing. That is how the disease is transmitted.
Christ. Are we all going to die?
60%, she said. 1,000 people on the train. So 600.
How do you get into the 400?
Natural immunity, fate, God. I don't know. They don't know.
Scared?
Absolutely terrified.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Railway Authority in Geneva. I'm afraid we've encountered a problem that is going to mean an alteration in the train's schedule. The French railways have just notified us of a bomb. A terrorist organization claims to have placed several bombs on main railway lines, railroad bridges, and stations throughout France. These claims are being investigated at this very moment. However, for the greatest safety of the passengers, we've decided to reroute your train. The regular stops at Basel and Paris will now not be made. We're really very sorry for this inconvenience. We hope you'll understand our caution, which is entirely for your safety. There is, of course, no danger, I repeat, no danger of anything happening to the train itself. We'll keep you informed just as soon as we have any further news. I thank you.
Mommy and Daddy are going to be very cross about this. Just imagine. A wife of one of the world's greatest arms manufacturers being blown to bits by an anarchist bomb. Hugo will be furious. He'll swear it was all done just to irritate him. Don't look so cross, baby. You're still my brave mountain climber.
You don't mind if I have a little fun with you in public now and then, do you?
Don't worry, sweetheart. If they blow up the train, you can die with a clear conscience.
This always happens in Europe, for Christ's sake. I'm sorry. I'm going to sue this bloody company. I'm coming back to Europe, that's it.
Doesn't matter.
Come on.
Hey! Calm. Nothing's going to happen. Would you like a sandwich, madam?
No, thank you. I don't want to.
Come on. You know who I am?
Of course, yeah, look, I gotta get up this train in Paris. I have some very urgent business there. Do you understand?
But what can I do, sir? You heard the announcement.
You'll think of something.
Oh, that's impossible, sir.
Look, you cannot force anybody to stay on this train.
I suggest, sir, that you go back to
I suggest you go to hell.
Now, gentlemen, better one day late in Paris than 20 years early in heaven.
I think the father has a point, monsieur.
No.
And since we're not stopping in Paris, I have a beautiful Cartier watch.
Naturally. Of course. Get me the MP headquarters at Nuremberg. Let's see if we can seal the goddamn thing.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't fly. I haven't smoked a cigarette for over a year. I'm watching my diet. The point is, for what?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Truly I am.
Sorry? For what?
About the book. I was thinking if anything should happen to us, that book will be your epitaph. And it's not quite true.
I'm not quite false either. Like our relationship. Almost, not quite. Could have been. Should have been.
Hey, how about a smoke? Yeah?
Oh, God, I love it. Oh, God, I missed it.
And flying?
That too.
And? And?
That too. You got a new ring?
It's fake. This is still real.
This sample was taken from the dog. Notice, it's reproducing much more rapidly. It seems to have mutated.
Meaning?
I don't know. Yet.
Amazing. You've been winning for over an hour now.
I've been cheating for over an hour now.
I know, but how do you do it?
Skill. Where are we going, Max?
Poland.
Poland? I can't go back to Poland.
I know, Emma. It's going to be difficult on this train for everybody from now on. A lot of people are going to get very sick. You and I are old friends, Emma. I'll be looking for you to help me out. It's no good. You need help.
Watch. Huh? Watch. You look tired. Here, let me.
Now, here's where it's... Okay.
It's just the conductor with our planned route into Poland. He says that some people are beginning to complain of chills and fever.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The dog is approaching coma.
Everything set at Nuremberg?
We're just ironing out the final details now, Colonel.
When you do, get me Captain Scott. I want to talk to him. Privately.
Yes, sir.
I want one.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
You are?
Hmm?
Oh, she's much better at this than I am. More patient.
Hey.
Doctor, you have a patient.
This is now a hospital car. Everybody else, please leave.
Say, what's happening?
Nothing to worry about. A few people coming down. Nothing serious. But we need the car. Please leave. Thank you very much.
Excuse me. I need a doctor. Why? I think she's real sick. Mr. Captain, hold the baby for a second. Feel chilly? Just follow me. Follow me down to the other compartment. What is it? She'll be all right. Keep an eye on her. Yes.
That looked too good, huh?
Ah, Rapier. Even now, you make me wish I was 50 again.
Please, I must feed my baby.
Get some food for the baby.
Okay, right away.
Any passengers attempting to escape from that train must be stopped. Shot and killed if necessary. I repeat, shot and killed. You read me, Captain Scott?
I read you, Colonel Mackenzie.
It's okay.
Doctor.
One moment. You're not...
You.
No.
Doctor, she's very sick. Will you come with me, please?
It'll be all right.
Oh, what is it? What's it all about?
It's a slight case of food poisoning, I think.
Either you're a lousy doctor or a lousy liar.
Attention, please. This announcement will be made in English, German, French, and Italian. One time only. So please pay careful attention. You have all been exposed to a highly contagious, communicable disease. It is necessary that you be transported immediately to a quarantine site, a health camp in Janov, Poland, where you will be kept under medical observation for a period not to exceed 21 days. You will arrive at Janov Station by noon tomorrow.
The night, Monsieur, Dame, she is stuck to the window.
A medical team joined Dr. Jonathan Chamberlain, who is in charge of medical attention on the train. They all wear Red Cross insignia. They have drugs and all necessary medical supplies.
I'm Dr. Chamberlain.
All modern health care will be provided. Your names will be collected. Your families notified. The following life-saving measures must be observed.
Try to stop it, will you please?
1.
Hey, tell us how we can get off.
Obey all orders of the security police now boarding your train.
Speak to the commander.
2. The train is being sealed. Anyone attempting to break the seal by force will be stopped by force. I repeat, anyone attempting to break the seal by force will be stopped by force. 3. All matches, cigarettes, lighters, and electric appliances of any kind will be collected. 4. Remain in your compartment. Please cooperate. These precautions are necessary for the safety of your lives. We wish you a safe journey.
Don't. Father. Father.
Please.
Father, help me, please. Don't just stand there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on.
Try that window.
Take your hands off me, you criminal. Sit here. She's pregnant. She needs fresh air.
The Lord will take care of Miss Julia. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be all right.
Jonathan. Jonathan!
Yeah?
Joe, there's a woman in here. She's got chest pains.
What's happening? I'm allergic to penicillin, huh?
Just take it easy.
Ein hässliches Tief befindet sich im Zug. Sie tragen alle Rotkreuz-Abzeichen. Sie besitzen Drogen und die nötigen Medikamente. Weisen Sie sich bitte bei einem jetzt oder
Look, Sarah. What? Look at those men in white. Mom?
Tell the conductor that he must lock this door.
Il est donc nécessaire de vous mettre immédiatement en quarantaine et de vous transformer dans le camp sanitaire. Surveillance médicale pendant période devant des mesures maximum. Des docteurs seront...
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Get up and get back in the train. We don't want to kill anybody.
Oh, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Don't be an idiot. Even Iago's getting medical attention. See the doctor.
Why?
What's she doing?
Never mind, these are expensive cigars.
You can't do that. Please, please, please. That's everything I have. Please, I'll do everything you want. Please, that's my whole life. That's all I've saved.
Leave me alone.
That was very silly of you, wasn't it, Mr. Captain?
I think the bullet passed through.
Gunshot wounds I can handle. Follow me. Come on.
Mr. Kaplan, we'll get them back. Let's take care of the arm first.
And you don't have to aim that at me, you know, you can put it down.
What do you think you're doing?
You believe this stuff?
I'll get it.
One way to stop smoking.
Here, take them.
Mais qu'est-ce que c'est ça?
Cassandra Crossing.
We're headed for an isolation camp just outside there.
Is that what they call it now? But that bridge couldn't exist there now. I can't go.
quite frankly, it's not my first choice either.
Connie, no, Connie! No, no!
Hold it.
Connie, zurückgehen. No. Please. No. No, no, please. No, no, no.
I'm sorry. I really am.
I can't go back.
Jennifer?
Yes?
I
Roll
can't
up his
go.
sleeve.
I can't go back. Ich kann nicht zurückgehen. Meine Frau, meine Kinder. Cassandra Crossing.
Cassandra Crossing.
No. Can't go back. Can't go back.
Notice this point in the graph, Colonel. The dog seems to be holding its own. Interesting.
Sir. The Polish government. They want us to review these figures. The stress tolerance of that bridge.
We haven't heard back from Chamberlain yet, have we?
No, sir.
Captain Scott?
Not yet, sir.
I'll handle this, Doctor.
Cassandra Crossing. That look.
What?
That look on poor Mr. Kaplan's face.
I must say I was quite surprised the way you handled it. I never thought of you as an old-fashioned practical nurse.
I never thought of you as a country doctor. Someone who cares.
That's what doctors are for, darling.
Not the one I knew, darling.
Where are you going?
How far can I go? I'll be back.
Don't take too long.
No, I won't. Where are we, conductor? Poland?
Not yet, Miss Riespley. But when we get there, I'll let you know.
You've been over this Cassandra Crossing?
Yes, many times. But not since 1948, when they closed that part of the line down. I'm surprised it's still standing.
What do you mean?
The peculiar name comes from the legendary Trojan princess, Cassandra, whose predictions nobody believed. The people who lived around there were sure that the bridge would collapse many years ago, so they all moved out. I see I've upset you, but there's nothing to worry about. After all we've been through, it isn't logical to assume that my train is going to wind up at the bottom of a gorge, is it?
I know that, sir, but... Sir, if you'll allow me to read these stress figures, you'll see there's cause for genuine concern. Naturally. I understand. Yes, sir. Of course.
Doctor. Doctor. Don't be a fool. Doctor, he won't admit that there's
I'll be
something
fine.
wrong
Just
with
leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone, everyone.
Don't.
Please, leave me alone.
Stubborn baby. Just like on that mountain. For God's sake, admit there's something wrong.
Was a mountain climber?
Yes. Yes, that's how I met her. I was at a ski lodge in Cortina, and he and a couple of other characters decided they would climb this sheer mountain face about 10,000 feet up.
Well, he obviously made it.
Yes, and me.
Roll up your sleeve. Roll up your sleeve, please. I think we'll hold off the medication for a while.
Will he be all right, Doctor?
Well, he climbed the mountain, didn't he? Let me know if he gets worse.
See, that wasn't so...
Oh.
This, Cassandra Crossing, you've been over it? It's as bad as they say?
People once lived underneath, but they moved away. By the end of the war, only sheep walked under it. It's all the same now. Don't you see? Whatever happens here is God's will. He wants me to go back to Yanov, to the camp, where my wife, my babies, Rachel, Elia, died. He must. And I must stop fighting him.
I understand, Mr. Kaplan. I sympathize.
Mackenzie, Colonel Mackenzie.
Go ahead, Doctor.
We're holding steady at 61 cases.
Any fatalities?
2. One elderly, but both died from secondary causes. One respiratory and one coronary. But the good news is there are no reported cases in second class. Therefore, I suggest we stop the train for a moment, uncouple that section, and isolate them from the infected area.
Doctor, I'm afraid that I can't do that.
Why not? We can set up a special quarantine for that section.
Chamberlain, I'm not stopping that train. It goes to Yanov.
Colonel Mackenzie.
Now, you listen to me, Mackenzie.
Stay out of this, Dr. Stratton.
Colonel, the dog is recovering.
Panie szefie, to jest ten transkontynentalny ekspres. Wszystko w porządku? Zaplombowane? Wszystko wygląda w porządku. Wszystko zaplombowane. Dobra, dobra. Wszystkim się opiekujemy.
Well, just ask him, Jonathan, that's all.
I can't believe that 1,000 people will be intentionally sent to their death by the International Health Organization. It sort of defeats the purpose of the group, doesn't it?
Ask him.
On a hunch?
Well, my last one didn't turn out too badly.
Dr. Chamberlain.
Yes.
Sorry we got cut off. You'll be arriving in Yanov in a little over 4 hours. Everything's been arranged. Can you think of anything else that you might need?
Yes. There's one thing.
Yes?
The Cassandra Crossing. It's unsafe.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's unsafe. It's a disused line that was closed down in 1948.
Now, Doctor, the railroad authorities assure us that...
And the people around there won't even live under it anymore.
Oh, you've been there, have you?
No, but the conductor has, and one of my passengers. They're standing right here beside me. Would you care to talk to them?
Now, Dr. Chamberlain, you listen to me. We've had that bridge tested for stress tolerance by computer and personal inspection. I've got the figures right here in front of me. The Polish government has spent more money in the last 2 years rebuilding that bridge than it cost to build the goddamn thing in the first place. Why, there's no more risk to you than flying a scheduled airline.
But that's the point. I don't fly. Colonel Mackenzie is a liar.
Oh. Thanks for the thought, Father. But he's an atheist.
So am I.
This is insane.
Hardly, madam. We've been tracking your Mr. Navarro for quite some time.
But he's sick, can't you see? He could be dying.
Yeah, and he may not. And since I'm evidently immune to this disease, he'll have to remain my prisoner during quarantine.
For God's sake, what's he done?
The charge is trafficking in contraband. To be more specific, narcotics.
Oh, God. What have you done?
Just keep your mouth shut and do exactly as I say, and everything will be all right.
Robbie, if you shoot me, there's a guard in every car, and they'll cut you to pieces.
They'll have to go through you first, babe. Let's go. I'm very sick and I gotta see the doctor.
Yes. No, this man is very sick. He must see the doctor.
Oh.
Look, tell him Madam Hugo Dressler would like to see him.
Don't move. Open the door very slowly. Nobody move! All right, who's in charge here? I am. All right, tell them to drop their guns. Tell them or I'll blow her head off. Okay, drop them. You two.
I applaud your decision, sir. Although I seriously doubt that he has the guts for it.
You keep your mouth shut. All right, kick that one over here. You move over there. All right. I want this train stopped now.
My orders come from Colonel Mackenzie.
Now listen to me, fella. I don't give a damn about your orders. I'm giving the orders now. I said I want this train stopped, and I want a helicopter brought here immediately. She's going with me. And any funny stuff out of you and she's dead. Is that clear?
I'm not authorized to stop this train.
Now you're authorized.
There are 43 armed guards on this train.
Okay. And I'll start with you. And I'll go through every damn one of them if I have to, until I find the one who'll give the order to stop this train.
Go ahead, Robbie.
Huh?
Go ahead. Well, Robbie. Do it. Start with him, then him, then him. Don't forget him. And then you've got 40 more. Go on. Come on, Robbie. I know you can do it well. What do you need, Robbie? What do you need? Another shot of heroin.
Heroin? How common, darling.
Common? And without courage. You're gonna shoot me? Go on. Go on, Rob. Do it! Go on and do it! I know you can do it! Do it! Do it! Go on and do it! Do it! Do it!
You know that my Hugo makes these. He'll be delighted that you're using them.
For what this man can find up front.
Oh, no, he's going with you. Come on.
I mean, where can he go to? Okay, take it.
Come on, baby.
Guess what, Doc? She's hungry.
There's no doubt about it, Colonel. The dog's vital signs are steadily improving. Call Dr. Chamberlain. Tell him. That information might be useful to him.
Tell him what? That a basset hound appears to be temporarily recovering? I'm not raising any false hopes on that train, Doctor. Or worse, giving your colleague any ideas about stopping before Yanov.
Why does stopping the train bother you so much?
Thank you. It's a miracle.
Well, you do it a few more. Here we go. Yes. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Much better.
Throat still sore?
A bit. It's okay, thank you.
Here we are. Now tell me, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
You are? Let's see this now.
Just my rotten luck, and I could have used the priest, too.
Or what, your deathbed confession?
No. My wedding. I believe this belongs to you, Padre. My friend has no further use for it.
It's no go, Colonel. The radio's still out at their end.
What the hell goes on with Scott?
The oxygen. The oxygen. It's the only possible answer. The bacteria. They are, in effect, being killed by the enriched oxygen. They reproduce at an increasing rate as their virulence subsides at a corresponding rate. They literally burn themselves out. The dog was in oxygen. The train is highly oxygenated. That's why only 2 people have died so far.
Yes, but the The man in the hospital, he was given oxygen.
But he absorbed the disease directly into the bloodstream through an open wound. Don't you see? The people on that train, they will also recover. You must tell Dr. Chamberlain. Dr. Chamberlain. Dr. Chamberlain, this is Dr. Stradner. Come in, Dr. Chamberlain. Hello! Hello!
Now, Captain Scott, if you'd heard Mackenzie, you'd know there is some concern about that bridge.
Doctor, you're to be commended for an excellent job, but you're tired. Go get some rest. How about that radio?
Look, God damn it, people are recovering. I don't know why, but I do know there's every possibility we don't have to cross that bridge. Now, I'm asking you to stop the train for a couple of hours. 1 hour. Let me do a proper examination.
And I'm telling you exactly what I told Mr. Navarro. I have no authority.
You're not Mackenzie's Roberts! 1,000 lives are at stake here, including you and your men. Now pick up that phone. Tell the driver to stop this train.
And I'm ordering you out of this compartment.
Get in it.
You're not doing very well. It's not up to him, right?
From now on, it's up to us.
There must be a way to stop that train.
It'll stop when it reaches Yana.
Guess what? I've finished. Would you like a drink? Yes.
We're having a meeting in my compartment. I thought perhaps you might like to join us.
What sort of meeting, Doctor? Some sort of group therapy?
We're taking over the train before it's too late.
I don't want you to go to Robbie. No, Robbie, you don't have to go. Not for me.
It's not for you, babe. You still don't get it, eh? Traveling back and forth across Europe, being able to pass through customs without question because I was with you. And all the rest of it, babe. Nothing was ever for you. Nothing.
Officer? Inspector. Now, whatever you are, I need your help for a slight diversion.
Of course.
And that gun will come in very handy.
Do something. Send a plane to warn them. Put flares on the track. Give them a signal. Anything.
There's no good getting hysterical, Doctor. Besides, there's a good chance they'll make it. What so suddenly makes you an expert? When even the goddamn computer isn't sure! For the love of God, woman. You think I'd purposely murder 1,000 people?
No. No. But I think you'd simply let them be killed. That's almost worse.
What can I do for you, Inspector?
Stop this train. Now, you have no legal authority to impose martial law on these people. As a matter of fact, Captain, there's only one international law enforcement officer on this train, and that's me. And I'm giving you a direct order. Stop this train now.
Don't. Go back inside. Go back inside.
hell do you use one of these things?
Each clip has 20 rounds. This is your automatic.
You promised there'd be a minimum of violence. We've got to have something to fight back with in case they start shooting at us.
Here.
I better check on Tom in the dining car. We don't want him running up our backs.
Jennifer, go with him. For Christ's sake, keep down.
Miss. Take the coat with you. Joe, I said it'd be safer back there.
Mr. Kaplan, we'll be in the next car.
You'll find me in the dining car. In my opinion, you won't be able to make it through to the engineer.
I don't want to make it through. That's why I've got the mountain climber.
Maybe what we're doing is God's will. Who knows?
Get everybody back into second class. Come on, everybody out. Come on, go back. Come on. Leave the bag, and go.
Everyone, come on, get back to me. Sir, we're evacuating this car.
That's it. Okay?
Okay. Nibbles, come on.
Bobby, get the gun.
Get down! How are we doing?
We must be halfway there by now. What the hell are you doing here?
It's no good. I can't make it.
What do you mean you can't make it?
They're all over the top.
What?
If you don't believe me, go up and have a look for yourself.
Katerina. Where are you?
Pushing! He's up there somewhere.
Let's get out of here. Go on. Haley! Come up here. Tom, you cover us from that end. Okay. Haley covers it there.
Why don't you surrender, Doctor? We were in a hopeless position.
What do you mean hopeless? We can keep them from eating.
Stop. Max, there may be one other way. Is it possible to disconnect this part of the train from the rest?
Each car has its own control box, Doctor. But the electronic coupling is serviced from underneath. Right there, under the kitchen.
How the hell do we cut through here?
For what?
I'm going to try and disconnect this part of the train from the rest. There must be something down here.
Jonathan, what about the other people?
I'm thinking about the other people. I'm thinking about these people. We've got no choice.
They're all going to die. The children. The girl over there, what's her
Jennifer,
name?
stop it.
Katerina.
Stop it!
But how can I?
Stop it! That part of the train is going to be lighter. They've got a better chance of crossing that bridge. Do you understand? That. How does that work?
Gas.
Gas.
Protein.
Gas from where?
Propane here.
Where?
I'll be back.
No.
I'll be right back.
No.
Sit down. There's the valve. Remember that valve. Propane is heavy, it sinks. The slightest spark, the whole thing will blow up. You understand?
Just so it doesn't blow the entire train off the tracks.
Now get me paper, boxes, wood, anything. A ball of twine to use as a fuse. Most important, matches, or anything that lights. Okay, go on.
Wait a minute. Listen to me, please. Look, I might be able to reach the engine and stop the train by crawling along the side of the cars on these steel shutters here.
That's impossible.
Maybe not.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I've been tracking this man for 2 months. He go crawling around outside of this train, he'll jump off and let us all die.
At this speed?
What's his alternative?
the lives of hundreds of people. Now, Navarro, are you sure you can make it?
I'd like to try.
Navarro, if I see you touch the ground for any reason, I don't care why, I'm gonna close your case right then and there, you understand?
I understand. Mac, just give me a hand. I gotta find a pair of tennis shoes, quickly. Tom! Let me have those shoes.
Hey!
There you go, come on. Hey, don't worry, babe. You know me. If I didn't think it was essential, I wouldn't waste my time. Ciao.
Caterina. For your information, Colonel, the dog has completely recovered.
Fine. Why don't you go take him for a walk?
Dr. Chamberlain? There's one man dead already. You have no hope of stopping this train.
You ready?
Dr. Chamberlain! Okay, go!
Mr. Kaplan!
Okay, go! Go back! Go! Good luck.
Jennifer.
Yes?
Navarro. You didn't make it. So quick, hurry on.
Good girl. Now, turn on the gas valve and make sure everybody's got back to the second class. I don't care how you do it.
You don't intend to stay here, do you?
Oh, get the hell out of here, will you?
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Wait, wait.
You don't understand. Caterina's out there. So is my husband.
Wait. Now.
Be careful.
Dr. Chamberlain? Come on, Doctor. For God's sake, come out! You leave me no choice. Haley, have you got a match? I can't light the fuse. I need a match. Mr. Kaplan. Mr. Kaplan, go back to the second class. Go quickly.
Nani.
Sweet. Run, Sweet. Run. Run to me, Sweet.
Stack?
Yes, sir.
See, this goes out right away.
Congratulations, Colonel. They're finally in quarantine. There may be survivors, you know. The disease could still spread.
Maybe. But not if your theory about the oxygen recovery is correct. That same oxygen would have caused a tremendous explosion in all the cars.
I see. Well, as you said, you had every option wired. Goodbye, Colonel.
Dr. Stradner, I know you must see me as some sort of a monster.
Don't flatter yourself, Colonel. You're only an obedient link in a chain of command.
I realize it's no longer fashionable to be a military man. But it's my job, and I do it well.
I'll grant you that.
My job was to contain this disease. Not just the bacteria, but the very idea of it. If you undo what I've done when you walk out of here, then those people really will have sacrificed their lives for nothing.
I understand, Colonel. Completely.
Remember, you're a doctor. And a damn good one. Stay a doctor, please. For your own sake.
Come on, quickly! Come on! Maximus and Jonathan. Come, quick. Come on. Quick, come on. Come on.
Mackenzie here. Sir, there's been an accident. A tragic accident. No survivors. On that, you have my personal assurance. What? Thank you, sir.
By the way, Colonel, how well do you know Geneva? It's a terrific little place around the corner. Quiet, private. How about I buy you a drink? Stack, sir. He just left. The woman, too. No, sir. They're both under surveillance.